welcome or welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today I'll be doing my long-awaited makeup tutorial for you guys. I feel like my makeup tutorial is one of those things that I get requested so often, and sumpah, like I did like the full niyat, the full intention. I really want to do it, but I just never have the time, and it's just like never the right moment or something goes wrong. But now I finally made a video of my everyday makeup tutorial. I think I have mostly two different makeup looks, which is like my night, which differs a lot, and this is like my daytime. If I have to compare it in like a picture form, I'd say this is my night makeup tutorial and this is my day makeup tutorial. So for today, we're definitely doing the day makeup tutorial. In reality, without me filming this, it usually takes me around 30 minutes or so, so it isn't too crazy. My night makeup tutorial, however, it takes me an hour, period. Like it's gonna be an hour, full stop. Anyways, I don't want to make this intro too long, so without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so step number one is always sunscreen, and I personally use the Skin Aqua one. This is the best sunscreen that I've personally ever tried for makeup. Now for foundation, I do change it from time to time, but when it's for like an everyday look, I do usually go for the Makeup Forever in the shade 2Y20. Usually whenever I use that, I do use, well, the branding is completely out, but it's the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade number 3. So for the Charlotte Tilbury, I know pretty much everybody have their own way of using this, but I like to just put it in the high points just to give me that glow. I do have like dry skin, so I tend to make my makeup really glowy to counter that. Okay, next will be contouring. I am using my OG. Also, by the way, if you guys see like kesan kuning-kuning in my hands, it's because I was cutting turmeric last night and I just can't get rid of it no matter how hard I try, so excuse that. Anyways, for contour, I use the Fenty Beauty contour and it's in the shade Swedish. This is the best shade there is. Honestly, I feel like this is the only cool tone, the only true cool tone there was in the collection. I immediately got it and it is begging me to buy a new one. But I put it here, in my lip. Just that. And for the brush, this is just a basic brush that I got from, I think it was like Shein. It's so good. Like the way it blends, amazing. And the one on my lip, I just smudge it with like no precision at all. Next, for our blush, I love using this as a combo. This is in the shade Happy and this is in the shade Virtue. For Virtue, I just kind of put it on the ends and you really don't need too much at all. And for Happy, I put it just a little bit right in the center. This brush is really good, but it's so sharp that it like hurts my skin because like look at the bristles. It's kind of like, it's not really like the soft kind. Okay, so for concealer, I actually use a foundation. I'm hiding this part because it's so beat up, like I've been using this for so long. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and just so you guys know, this is by far one of the best foundations, but I accidentally ordered like a really light shade, so it has become my concealer for the past like 3 years. I just apply it on my finger. And to blend, I use, just hear me out, I use this sponge and I actually got it from Skintific. I literally save all their sponges because it is so good. I'll give you guys a close-up so you can see. Like, it's already so good. It literally presses the foundation to your skin and it makes it look so skin-like. It's literally crazy. Alright, next we'll be powdering. I use the Laura Mercier baking powder in Translucent Honey. So I put just a thin layer around my mouth, and I used to go crazy around this area, but I feel like it just would like spread around eventually, and then it'll make my makeup like really matte. Oh, also one thing about the comparison between these two colors, if you guys have like a warmer skin tone like me, definitely go for the Translucent Honey, but if you guys have like a cooler tone, then Translucent. And now for my brows, I use the Kosas Brow Pop. Just kind of like fill in the edges because it just kind of like doesn't grow as well here for some reason. And I just kind of brush it up, and I do the same on this side. And I just kind of brush it to how I like it. And that's all. And now we're gonna be starting with the eyes. Starting off, I'll be using the Huda Beauty OG palette. This is the Rose Gold palette remastered. To start off, I'll be using the shade Suede. I got this so long ago, and this is quite literally the best eyeshadow palette I've ever gotten. But I kind of just put this on my lid, and sometimes I'll just add my contour stick to the edges of my eyes. I actually usually do this earlier, but I forgot. Next, I use the shade Cocoa, just like a slightly darker shade, and just put it on the edges. Next for my eyes is glitter. I use this, the Glam glitter. It's in the shade Aura Blitz, and this is the best shade. I have all three. I don't know if they came out with like newer shades, but I have the gold, the silver one, and this is like literally in between. If you don't want it too gold and you don't want it too silver, this is it. Next is eyeliner, and this is quite literally my OG eyeliner. I have been using this since I was 14, I think, and I've continued using this. Oh, and I use it in the shade Matte Black. In the bottle, it says that it's waterproof, but honestly, no, it is not waterproof at all. It goes away like really easily. I'm just gonna zoom it in so you guys can see what I'm doing for my eyeliner. I apply just a thin line here, and then I kind of extend the rest and thicken just what's in the middle of what is extended. I honestly don't really worry about my eyeliner too much because I like to smudge it out after, so it really doesn't matter right now. And of course, I go back to my palette. I like to just add more black. I prefer to smudge out my eyeliner because I don't really like the harsh lines of an eyeliner, so I just kind of take a brush and just smudge it out. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but it's like a smoother line of transition from eyeshadow to eyeliner, and this one is just eyeliner and eyeshadow. And then after smudging, I just put an extra layer of eyeliner. Now for mascara, I will be using the Maybelline New York, the Falsies Lash Lift, and it's waterproof. I don't really recommend this one specifically. I just haven't really found like a mascara that I am completely obsessed with, so I'm just using this for now. For mascara, I just kind of use one layer first, let it dry a little bit, and while it's drying, I'll do my under eye because I figured out a method where if you put just one layer and then you let it dry, then you do it, it stays the whole day. Anyways, for my lower lashes, I use the same shade that's almost gone, which is also Suede. I just kind of go all the way through, by the way. At the start, it'll look like too much putting it here everywhere, but after you put glitter and everything, it's much better. So for glitter, I just put it in the inner corners of my eyes. So in here, I go a little lower, but when it hits in the middle, I definitely go right in my lower lash line. And now for curling my lashes, it's completely dry, and I'm just going to show you guys how I do it so you guys don't lose your lashes. Just like this, and you pull it gently, you spread your lashes, and yeah, it's quite literally touching my lids right now. That's how well this method works, and it just stays like this the whole day. And this is when I put my second layer of mascara. And of course my lower lashes as well. Now I'll be bronzing my face, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty in the shade Caramel Cutie. We'll be using this brush. This is the Rare Beauty brush, and it's honestly the perfect brush for just bronzing up your face. And now I'm just gonna remove my powder. And I just remove it by like dabbing it instead of wiping the products out. It just works better this way for me. Okay, I have like a million proper blush, okay, but I'm just gonna pretend this is my blush. So I'm using, no y'all, like this is my OG. I've been using this since I was so young, and every time I find it again, I just go back to it. It's the perfect shade for me, and I never found another shade like this. For powder blush, I just apply it in the apples of my cheeks mostly, and just in the bridge of my nose, and a little right on my chin. My batteries just died, but I'm back. Next is highlighter. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Iced Out Highlighter in the shade Illuminor. It gives like a really nice champagne gold tint. And I apply it with my finger for my nose. I just kind of put it here and then here as well. And then right below my brows, my forehead, and my chin. Lips. Pretty much any part that can be highlighted, I'll highlight it. Alright, now I am officially done with my base. I'm gonna start off with my lid. For lip liner, I'm using the NYX. I'm not quite sure what the shade is. I can't really see it anymore. I think it's just brown. And I just kind of smudge it around. Oh, also one more thing, I forgot to highlight this part, so I'm just gonna do that. And honestly, don't miss this because it makes such a difference to your makeup. It's like the finishing touch. Okay, I'm not really doing much to my lips today. I'm just gonna be putting this. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a lip velvet in the shade Crush. Next, I'll be using the Huda Beauty gloss. You guys, this is the best gloss that I've ever tried in my life. This is in the shade Juicy Peach, and just see how, just see. This is the glossiest gloss that I have, and I will continue to get this over and over again. For the final touch, we'll be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is my third bottle, I think, and I like it. It's great. It gives like a glowy finish. Love that. But I have seen like better options. I think it was like the one size one. So I think after this finishes, I'm gonna go for that one. Okay, now we are done. Alright you guys, this is all for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and definitely let me know in the comments below what would you guys like my next video to be. And I guess that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!